Hello. Welcome to my impromptu Facebook Live. Okay, I've actually been wanting to come on here and do a live video with you guys for a while, you know what I mean. And here we are. Okay. I thought about scheduling this ahead of time, and then I was like, nope, we're just going because I have the space, I have the time, and I want to be here. Okay, so I just did module 3 in Overflow, the program, which is, it's so juicy, it's so good, it's so good. And I just feel like so much intoxication with that course. I fucking love it. But I felt really called to want to come out here and share just a tiny little bit. This is a little tiny exercise that I did with them in there. Certainly not everything because I'm going to keep that in there. But hi, Georgette. How are you, gorgeous? How are you? So lovely to see you. So I was doing this process. And it's one that I work with my private clients on. And I think this is the first time I actually shared it in a group program. But I also really wanted to come on here and share a little bit of it with you because if you've been seeing my recent posts, you know that I'm talking about going from burnout to bliss, and not like ultimately at the core of all of this is it's working with your body. Right? It's working with your body, and it's honoring the messages, the messages and the cycles of your body. Because what a lot of women do, I did this myself for a long time. I made a lot of money doing this, and then I also had a massive burnout doing this. And it's the last thing I want for you. It's the last thing I want for anybody, is going against my body, going against my cycles, and hustling. Hustling, saying yes when my body, when my intuition, when everything was screaming no. And that shut me down for so long. And so, you know, my huge, I think, purpose right now is really helping people understand the cues of their bodies, listening to their bodies, and moving with their bodies in your systems, in your structure, in your strategy, in your finances, right? In everything, really, in love, in romance, in fitness, in health. I sound like I'm saying wedding vows right now. But really about moving with you and like honoring your own pleasure, your body's own pleasure, because you manifest through your nervous system. And when we're taught to hustle, or when we need to show up more, or when we have to do more in order to receive more, you're actually working against yourself, and you're making things so much harder than they need to be. And that's the last thing. I talk about ease. I talk about flow because it gets to be easy. Making money gets to be really easy. And what is money? It's just energy that's in the universe. You're not actually making it, you're allowing it, you're letting it in. And you get to let more in, and you get to let more in, and you get to let more in. But it all has to come from you, right? You're not out there actually actively printing money. You're not. Money is energy. The universe is energy. You are energy. And when you can truly connect with your body about what is right for you, about even what a dollar amount is right for you, when you can really honor that, that's when magic fucking happens. Okay, so years ago, I was like, I want to make 50K months, right? And I was just like, kind of like hustling and working really hard. And even if I wasn't hustling physically, right? But I was hustling mentally, and I was hustling emotionally. And I was like, I want to make 50K months. And I did. And I manifested it frantically. And my nervous system was not prepared for it because I was working against my nervous system. And I burnt myself the fuck out. When if I had been really, really honest with myself, I would have uncovered, and I did, ultimately I did uncover that the thought of making $50,000 a month scared the fucking shit out of me. Not because of the money. I was not scared of the money. I was scared of the workload. I still, even though I was like, it gets to be easy, it gets to be simple, it gets to be fun, and I live and I breathe that, my nervous system had not calibrated to it at that level. I jumped from 15K months to 50K months. That's a huge jump, and my nervous system was not ready for that. I still associated that with huge amounts of work. And that scared the shit out of me. And so my unconscious is like, nope, we're not doing that ever again. Fuck that noise, right? So you have got to, and what I learned this the hard way. It's how I teach things. Is really understanding, it gets to be easy in my mind and it gets to be easy with my emotions. And I don't have to sacrifice my freedom, and I don't have to sacrifice my body, and I don't have to sacrifice my health in order to have that. What you do have to sacrifice is your old belief systems. What you do have to sacrifice is your own personal timelines. Which, by the way, when you release time, you collapse time. A lot of times the ego thinks like, but if I let go of the timeline, then it's going to take forever. That's just ego stuff. No. Actually, when you learn to let go, when you physically learn to let go and energetically learn to let go, you release the time and you collapse the timeline. Because we're working within quantum mechanics here. This is quantum physics, right? But we all have these conditions, and your body's like, if I do this, like if I want to make this, then I have to send this amount of emails, and I have to go do this, and I have to go do this, and I have to do this, and I have to show up this many amount of times, this much per day, and if I don't have the engagement, and if I don't have then I'm never going to have it, right? That's your condition, and that's your nervous system flipping out. And so you can get that, but it's going to be so much harder. Okay? So the hardest thing for people to do is to learn to trust the slow. The hardest thing for people to do is to learn to trust the ease. The hardest thing for people to do is to learn to trust fucking taking naps and relaxing. Yesterday, my client was like, I feel like I need to go do this and this and this, but I'm so tired. And I was like, yeah, take a fucking break. Like, that's your body speaking to you, right? We get so conditioned. It can sound, you can sound like, and when I say this, you could be like, oh yeah, but let's say someone's in your inbox, they sent you a DM and your nervous system's like, oh my God, I have to respond right away. Now, this is not to say wait 2 weeks to respond, but you don't have to respond to every single message right away. Hi. Permission to relax, permission to be. You don't have to do every single thing all at once. You can take your time. You can talk more slowly. You don't have to spit it all out all at once. You get to be a little drippy. You get to be in your intoxicating feminine pleasure. And I guarantee you, when you really begin to move and start to trust the body, magic's gonna happen for you. It always does. Women, we are not created the same as men. It is biology. We have hormonal patterns, monthly hormonal patterns. I know that 2 weeks before my period starts, I am fucking exhausted. I have zero motivation. I have zero desire to show up for work, for my business. I do like my client calls and stuff like that. But usually, even if you don't know when my cycle is, you could probably figure it out, because there's literally like 1 month out of the year, one week out of the month where I'm just like, not showing up. Showing up energetically, I'm showing up for myself. And that's the difference, right? I'm showing up for myself. I'm not forcing my body to go through something she doesn't want to go through. This is the biggest thing for you. If you truly want to make money with ease, and you want to be welcoming clients who are just magnetically drawn to you, and they're soulmate clients, and they say yes to your packages, it's not going to come from being pushy. It's not going to come from being salesy. It's not going to come from whining about why they're not there and arguing for why people aren't going to sign up for you and why you're not fucking good enough. It's not going to be from blaming the economy, which a lot of people are doing right now. It's not going to come from any of that. It's going to come from you focusing on you, filling yourself up, and honoring your own energetic patterns and rhythms. That's it. When you focus on you, the universe does too. My client yesterday, she was like having such a hard time taking a break and relaxing. This morning she felt amazing, but it was last month too. She was having such a hard time. In her head, she was like, I want to work. I need to show up. I'm like not doing anything. She was on vacation. She was not doing anything. And she was giving herself such a hard time. She's like, oh my God, I need to make some money. And she literally was laying in the pool. I was like, dude, it's okay. We've been doing the work on her nervous system, letting her nervous system know that it's okay to rest. Not only is it okay to rest, and not only is it safe to rest, her resting actually increases her magnetism. Her resting actually is one of the biggest money making activities she can do. So we've been wiring this in, right? She was laying in the fucking pool and someone came out and handed her a $5,000 check. Completely unexpectedly. It's like, what? We were literally like messaging back and forth in Voxer. I was coaching her through this. We were doing a little energy work. And it was like less than an hour later, she was like, what? Oh my God, I just got a check for $5,000 while laying in the pool. Like, what if you being paid and getting paid to rest and take a fucking break and be yourself got to be your reality? It does get to be your reality. It absolutely fucking does. It's not about sharing some scripted thing or having to show up looking a certain way or getting people to think that you are, whatever. It's about being authentically you. It's about being authentically you while also listening to your body, honoring your body. And this is what I help my clients with too. And then learning how to bring the energy from the version of you that already has it into this reality. And when you do that, boom, 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 things change. Things change. You get to relax deeper. You get to receive deeper. The deeper you relax, the deeper you receive. The deeper you relax, the more you allow. The deeper you relax, the more you allow. It gets to be simple. It gets to be fun. It gets to be easy. And you, ooh, look at my earrings. That's really fun. And you get to be you. That's it. You didn't start a business to stress about how other people are going to view you, or if you don't sound exactly perfect, or if you say too many ands and too many ums, or if you have a spelling mistake, or if you swear that other people aren't going to like you. No, You did not do that. You did not start your business to be having your mind going like this for 60 to 80 hours a week, wondering where the next client's going to come from, wondering where it's all going to happen, wondering when it's going to happen. If this is going to be the month, is this going to be the month? Is this going to be the month? Is this going to be the month? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You didn't start your business to be living that way. That's fucking hustle right there. Even if you're trying to sit down and you're trying to be calm and you're trying to meditate and you're trying to chill out and you're feeling like, oh my God, okay, I'm gonna do this, but your mind's going like this. No. Imagine like your mind is going like this, right? Like you've got some kind of like thing in the doorway, like a revolving doorway. Things are trying to come in, but it's one of those revolving doorways, right? Your mind is like da 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 da. Everything that's trying to come in is going to be spit back out. It's not going to be able to make it in. When you literally shut your mind down and learn how to do that, and that's going to come, yes, meditation is going to help a lot, but it's also going to come through the nervous system. Because guess where the nervous system starts? Your central nervous system, right in your brain. Okay? It's nervous system regulation. It's letting yourself, it's rewiring your entire coding to be safe, to let go, to stop. When those doors, they can go slowly. When you have revolving doors go slowly, guess what? You can fit a lot more in that doorway and let it in. But if it's going fast, you're going to be spitting it all out. Okay? You can't get into it. And that's the same with money. It's the same with clients. It's the same with relationships. It's the same with opportunities. So you slowing down is actually the best thing you can do for your manifestation. You slowing down is the best thing you can do for relationships. You slowing down is the best thing you can do to welcome in more money. You slowing down is the best thing you can do for your business. I know you're wired and you're conditioned to do something opposite. And that's where you have such a hard time. That's where you have such a hard time, because you're thinking, but I'm supposed to like do Facebook Lives, and I'm supposed to like do this. I'm supposed to send this many emails, and I need to be on like 5 different social fucking platforms or whatever. But that's the condition. That's the quote unquote block. That's the revolving door spitting everything out that you're wanting to attract in. And then you'll go, oh my God, it's right there. It's right there. I can feel it. I can feel it. Oh, people are there, but they're not setting up. It's because you're literally pushing it all away. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to walk you through a simple little exercise. Okay? This is just a quick little exercise. And you can start practicing this. As you start practicing this, you're going to be able to hear your body's messages so much more. You're going to be able to tune into your body and what really is best for you. And if you have a hard time trusting it because you don't have that trust cultivated yet, which every single person I've ever worked with has issues with trust, especially trusting themselves, I'm going to give you like a homework assignment to just try this for 24 hours. For 24 hours. How would it feel if I just listened to my body, even if it doesn't make sense? Even if it doesn't make sense. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes and take a couple breaths. And as you breathe, just try to breathe a little bit more slowly and a little bit more deeply than you normally do. If that is already naturally a nice full deep breath, great. If you tend to be a more shallow breather, or if you've got a lot of stress or heightened emotions right now, your breathing might be going really quickly, because that's what happens when you have heightened emotions. It's really difficult to force a full deep breath when you've got all these heightened emotions, whether they're like you're super happy and something amazing just happened, or maybe you're upset or you're worried or whatever, right? So I want you just to focus on taking breaths a little more slowly than you have been, and just a little more deeply. Okay? You can close your eyes if you haven't already. And bring your awareness from behind your eyes to the area of your heart. And just continue to breathe. Take a couple more breaths. Breathing in a little more slowly and a little more deeply than you normally do. Good. And what I want you to do is I want you to ask your heart or ask your body to show you what a yes feels like. Focus on the word yes. And notice what you sense in your body. Perhaps you see some white behind your eyes. Perhaps your shoulders drop. Perhaps you just begin to feel a little more relaxed. Now what I want you to do is I want you to focus on a no. Focus on the word no. And then notice the feelings you have in your body. Notice if you see anything behind your eyes. Perhaps it gets dark. Perhaps your shoulders begin to tense up. And we're going to return back to the word yes. And if there's anything you've been thinking about doing today, I want you to ask your body, is this the best thing for me to do? Is this the next best thing for me to do? And honor, again, the goal is just have fun, experiment with. Wonder what would happen if I spent the day listening and following the cues of my body. They might be subtle for you, but this is where quieting the mind, coming back, slow the breath down. When you slow the breath down, you slow the mind down, okay? So give that a shot, give that a try, and just see. Just do a 24-hour experiment. Just see what happens. And you will notice that your awareness becomes much more heightened. Your awareness and your sensitivities increase. The more you begin to follow the cues of your body, it might even be just, should I have water to drink? Am I thirsty? Am I hungry? Does my body want this? Or does my body want this? If you're thinking about something to have for lunch or dinner, ask your bodies, do I want this? You're going to transform your whole world from the inside out. So try this. Let me know how it goes. Drop it in the comments below. Reach out to me. Let me know how learning to listen and following the cues of your body impacts you. And if you want to dive deeper into this, if you want to dive deeper into your manifestation and truly being able to allow your desires to come in with that ease, with that effortlessness, with that fun, while being relaxed, reach out to me. I am enrolling one-on-one clients right now. I love you. I will see you very soon.